morning. I think most people met you, but Juan, will you stand up and if you guys get a shot of him for the other campuses there. So this is Juan Hernandez. But as I said, we really have a special treat, and that is that President Vicente Fox, who did a tremendous job for Mexico, and it is wonderful to have a godly spiritual leader in a country, and now is helping many countries around the world. But he is here this morning, and I thought you might want to hear him and give him a warm welcome. Would you welcome, please, Presidente Vicente Fox?
Thank you. Bring you, well, thanks to Pastor Robert for this invitation to this house of God. I bring you greetings from the community of San Cristobal in Mexico, state of Guanajuato, our brothers in God. We must build bridges of understanding, of love, of compassion. We must be not only neighbors and friends, but also partners in building a better world between Mexico, United States. We should be building those bridges instead of building walls, because walls isolate, and that's not what we all want. We have this place in San Cristobal called Centro Fox, where we believe that each one of us, as we're going to listen from Joseph, that we're all leaders, we're born leaders. That's one of the great gifts that God gives to each one and every of us. You're a leader, we're all leaders, we're leaders all the time of our life. We never finished building our own leadership. Unfortunately, many people do not discover that leadership, do not discover that power we all have within, do not discover that spiritual strength that we all have. Instead, they go through life in mediocrity, when we can do great, great things for God, for our families, for our community, for ourselves. And that's what we do in Centro Fox. We bring in poor kids from humble communities, from poor families that will never maybe listen that message. Maybe they will think that their destiny is to be migrants or to be workers in the harvesting fields, without knowing that they have a much greater destiny. And that's what we do, try to assist them, facilitate them to discover that leadership, like I'm discovering that leadership here in this house of God. God bless all of you, and thank you for this opportunity.
Gracias. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, President Fox. We had dinner a while back, and he shared about how, since he is not the president now, and former president, but what he's doing is he gathers these kids, many from very poor communities, and instills leadership. If you heard his own story about where he came from, and now how God is using him, and how he meets with world leaders all over the world. He's been in several countries in the last few weeks, meeting with world leaders, and it's just amazing. amazing to me also that we're in this series about Joseph and how God can take any of us and use us to affect many, many people.